Round 2 of the 2021 Supermoto World Championship, we head to the Czech Republic. Autodrome Vysoké Mýto is our venue for this round, a 1.5 kilometre circuit which narrows and widens several times during the lap. It features 2 dirt sections as well as lots of hard braking and high speed, a great recipe for a supermoto circuit. Mýto itself is a gorgeous part of the Pardubice region, with roots dating back as far as 1260. It is situated just 2 hours away from the capital city of Prague. Vysoké Mýto features pristine green spaces and stunning architecture, and this town of 12,000 is watched over by the spectacular Church of St. Lawrence. The circuit itself is just outside town and has a uniquely challenging layout in supermoto configuration. Let's take a walk with Patrick Powles and home nation hero Milan Sitnianski to get a better look at the venue for this S1GP event.
This place for me is the most difficult part of the track, but at the same time most interesting, because you come out from the second off-road and your tires are dirty, and then you have to go to the first left asphalt corner, and as you see on the track, it's very dusty and a lot of covered with dirt. So there are crashes. Yeah, you have to be careful. You have to, with your back end, you have to little bit clean your tire and then go in the left side corner. But you have to be very careful because there is a white line. This white line is very slippery. It's an old school supermoto.
So this is the entrance to the first off-road section. I really like this corner because it has a good grip on the asphalt, also on the off-road. You can brake really hard, and we have 2 lines there. Normally everybody go to the inside because the outside one is quite far away, and you have to really control the traction from the exit of the first corner to overjump first tabletop.
So then, I think it's time that we ride on board with Sitnianski and Powles for a full lap of Autodrome Vysoké Mýto. Off the line to a wide turn 1, which should make an exciting start as they go under the bridge here. Go through an S-bend and then onto the brakes for a 90-degree left. A hairpin right follows this, and I expect this to be an absolutely brilliant overtaking opportunity. It leads onto a fast section of circuit. I think here we can expect some side-by-side action as they run into the next right-hander. Getting ready for the dirt and still carrying quite a lot of speed, but they slow down quickly at the moment because the conditions are quite tricky as they do this onboard lap for us. You see there a choice of lines through this section. Good slingshot off the tabletop if you run it out wide. And we'll see a lot of that, I think, this weekend in the Czech Republic. Variations of racing line on these dirt sections. Back onto the tarmac only briefly. Circuit narrows as they go under the tree and then back onto the dirt section once more. Another tabletop, quite a few tabletops here this weekend in the Czech Republic. It's a fairly technical dirt section that we have at Vysoké Mýto. Back onto the tarmac, it's very dusty there, just coming out of the dirt. And then, as they're under braking for this left-hander, you can see the joker lane to the outside of the circuit. Last couple of corners now, the last braking zone, the last overtaking opportunity. And if you're side-by-side coming out of this corner, it's then a drag race to the start-finish line. L30 Racing TM rider Thomas Charret made a solid start to his season in our opening round, and his penchant for consistency is what makes him an 8-time world champion. Charret saying a new year begins, and after 8 titles, it's increasingly difficult to find new motivation, but one thing is certain, I will not let my opponents win. Even the great champions have not always won all of their titles consecutively, and even if they do skip a few years, it's not serious. I'll never give up, and I will continue to fight to win.
et gagner même cette année. Donc on va essayer de ne pas lâcher et de garder ce mental jusqu'au bout.
On to the title rivals, and our championship leader, Mark Rayner-Schmidt, seems to be on great form on his Phoenix TM. Is this the year he beat Charest to the title?
So we are in year 2021, it's time to change something. I take the bike TM for this season, we change it, so I'm on the same rocket than Tom and I'm ready to fight for the championship until the end. I'm in front now, I will keep the red plate during all the season and in the end of the year I will be hopefully the new world champion. Yeah, I feel amazing, very strong this year. I make good first races, I'm strong, I'm fine, I'm on top in form, so I can't wait for more action and yeah, see you in the end of the season.
And then we have the spectacular Lukas Hollbacher. The Austrian rider is hungry for success on his MTR KTM.
So we are here in Czech Republic for the second race of the S1GP World Championship. Completely different track like we have always in the World Championship. It's a lot of off-road and the asphalt is short and dusty and not that grip what we used to get. I'm looking forward to these races because my bike is perfect with big advantage on tracks like this. So to stay with Mark and Tom in this season is definitely not easy, but Tom with a lot of experience of 8-time world champion and Mark is a really good, hard fighter. Great battles will be coming and I'm looking forward to this. My goal in the end of the season is to get the World Championship title and this one is hard work. So let's go on for good racing this weekend and take some points.
So, pole position for Lukas Hollbacher alongside Sitnianski and Charest on the front row. Only fourth for Mark Rayner-Schmidt, Elia Sammartin and Diego Monticelli alongside him. Then it's Thomas Travnicek and Eric Privaznik alongside Giovanni Basai. Then it's Miroslav Rihak, Michael Vertemati and Patrick Powles rounding out the top dozen. The red light is out and they are underway. Looks as though the best start has gone to Thomas Charest. Yes, Thomas Charest into the lead of the race and Milan Sitnianski follows him through into second place. Hollbacher immediately demoted to third place from the Superpole. Sammartin in seventh place there. He's running alongside another rider. Is he going to hold the inside line through this fast right-hand flick? He does. He moves up to sixth place as a result. Next target, Diego Monticelli. It's Charest that leads the way on this first lap of the race. Milan Sitnianski in second place, but Lukas Hollbacher going for the slingshot on the wide line, and it looks like he's through into second place. And Mark Rayner-Schmidt is actually up to third as well, so Sitnianski demoted to fourth place after a strong start. Elia Sammartin in sixth position, still behind Monticelli. Looks as though the top four are breaking away. Milan Sitnianski holding on to them. The home nation hero in a good ride in the early stages of this first race, but Hollbacher all over the back of Thomas Charest. He wants the lead back. He had the pole position. He didn't get off the line as well as Charest. Sammartin running behind Monticelli still in sixth position. Through the second of the dirt sections they go then. The tarmac is very dusty as they come back off the dirt and someone's down. Yellow flags, it's Lukas Hollbacher. Hollbacher's gone down. How unfortunate for the Austrian rider on the KTM. He was clearly trying very hard to get back past this man Charest and he pushed it a little too far. So Charest now leading the way from Rayner-Schmidt in second position. And it's Milan Sitnianski in third place, so two Phoenix bikes in the top three. They'll be happy with that one. And Rayner-Schmidt is exactly where he needs to be, realistically. A podium is more than enough for his championship aspirations at this stage. He had a very strong run at our first round of the season. We once again ride with Sammartin And he was in 5th place, but he's demoted to 6th because there goes Lucas Holbacher, who's on the recovery ride. Holbacher up to P5 then. He's going to at least want to try and get into the top 4 again. We saw the first 4 breaking away in the early stages, and Holbacher should still be there with them. So we follow the fighting Monticelli and Holbacher with Saint-Martin. So it's a 3-bike battle for 4th position. Holbacher and Saint-Martin take the wide line, go to the top. And look at that, Holbacher even on the grass trying to get as good of a run as possible as they head back out onto the tarmac, but not past Monticelli yet. He dives to the inside. Oh, and contact between the two of them. Unfortunately, taking Monticelli off the bike only briefly. Monticelli down to 6th place. Holbacher back up to P4. Holbacher was determined to get back into the top 4, and he has. I think Milan Sitnianski might be too far up the road. I don't think Holbacher's going to get a podium in this first of 3 races. But we'll have to wait and see. Look at Charret, and look at how dirty that Michelin rubber is as they come off the second dirt section. Such low grip as you come off the dirt, of course. Mark Rayner-Schmidt there in 2nd place still. Don't think he's trying particularly hard to catch and pass Charret. I think that would be a bit too much of an ask. Now that Charret has broken free, it might not be worth the all-out pushing with the championship in mind. Of course, Rayner-Schmidt only on a TM bike for the 2nd time in the World Championship. He has done some running elsewhere. He's still new to the bike. Sitnianski, meanwhile, has done some mileage at this circuit, certainly. And he's having an absolutely wonderful showing. There's Charret, just a couple of laps left to go. Once again, even when he doesn't have a great Super Pole session, he finds a way to be up towards the sharp end at the end of the race. And here we go, across the line for the final time, pops a wheelie and takes the first win of the weekend. Advantage Charret then, in regards to the Grand Prix of the Czech Republic. Mark Rayner-Schmidt taking 2nd place, Milan Sitnianski on the Honda in 3rd. Holbacher, Saint-Martin, Monticelli and Prevaznik are top 7 in the first race.
I was on the first row, and I take a very good start. I take the whole shot, and after I push. And I see after 2 laps, Lucas go down, and I take a little gap on Mark, and I push, and I win. I'm very happy.
Sunday morning brought a wonderful atmosphere to Wysokie Mito. This weekend's races mark the first Supermoto World Championship event in the Czech Republic since 2014, and the fans were delighted to see the best riders in the world up close. Having fans back was exciting for the riders and teams too, and the atmosphere in the paddock and on the spectator banks was incredible. Wysokie Mito will hopefully be a mainstay of the calendar for years to come, and thankfully, as Sunday morning arrived, we still had 2 races to run. And we are just getting ready to go in the fast race. We are underway in the fast race on board with Mark Rayner-Schmidt as we head to the first corner, and this time Lucas Holbacher leads them through. Followed, of course, by Tom Charret in 2nd place. A dive by Rayner-Schmidt to take 3rd position off Milan Sitnianski. They head towards the dirt for the first time, and Holbacher still there in the lead of this one. Charret in 2nd place. Then it's Rayner-Schmidt on this first of 11 laps, of course, slightly shorter, the fast race. Determines the grid for the super final later on. Look at this, Rayner-Schmidt all over the back of Charret. Is he going to be able to find a way past? We have a good overtaking opportunity here, but he's not quite close enough for the inside line. Charret looks behind him. He's well aware that Rayner-Schmidt is there, and this is a great opportunity for Holbacher. to ride off into the distance if he possibly can. Charrer under pressure from Rainer Schmidt. Great to see these two locking horns once again. Through the second last hairpin, 2 consecutive excellent overtaking opportunities towards the tail end of the lap. Holbacher continuing on in the lead of the race. Is he going to be able to stay clear? Meanwhile, De Chico and Vertemati having a good scrap. Vertemati, of course, his self-prepared, hand-built motorcycle, unique in the paddock here in S1GP. On board with Rainer Schmidt once again, just behind Charrer. The top 3 going between the 2 dirt sections. And look at the pressure now applied to Holbacher. Suddenly it's a 3-bike scrap for the lead. Charrer right behind the KTM, the MTR KTM that's been kettled over the winter and improved significantly. Holbacher continuing the lead the way, and he's always so spectacular. Not afraid of being sideways, Lucas Holbacher. And there's Rainer Schmidt in the 3rd place, just biding his time at this stage. But saying that, he's suddenly all over the back of Charrer once again, over halfway through the race, and Charrer's again looking over the shoulder. There goes Schmidt up the inside, and he takes the position through into 2nd place. Now, is Charrer going to be able to fight back, or is Schmidt going to lead the charge up to the back of the KTM? Will Holbacher be aware of the overtake? I'm not sure he will yet. Over the tabletop they go. It's Holbacher from Schmidt from Charrer, our top 3. Mark Rainer Schmidt. Great move on Tom Charrer. Just a few laps to go now. I think there might have been a slight glance there from Holbacher, who takes the inside. We've seen him take the outside line at that first proper corner on the dirt a few times. Charrer now in 3rd place. He'll be fine to bide his time, but of course he's already behind in the championship, and Schmidt dives to the inside, our championship leader, not being conservative at all. Dives into the lead, and Charrer's followed him through into 2nd place. How unfortunate for Lucas Holbacher. In the final lap of the race, he's dropped to 3rd place. Rainer Schmidt takes the win. Thomas Charrer in 2nd position, and then Lucas Holbacher in 3rd place. Milan Sitnianski on the Honda in 4th. Elio Sammartine and Monticelli on the TMs in 5th and 6th, ahead of Pravaznik, Basai and Patrick Pals.
Yeah, it's perfect. I have a lot of fans here, so it's really nice to race. Yesterday was a little bit better for me. Today I had a good start, but then Mark passed me in the 2nd corner. And the 3 guys in the front go so fast. I tried to push to be in contact with them, but it was impossible. Maybe next race.
And so the points after 2 races in the Grand Prix of the Czech Republic. It's Mark Rainer Schmidt at the top, but he's tied with Tom Charrer, Holbacher and Sitnianski, also tied in 3rd and 4th. So the grid, it's Mark Rainer Schmidt at the top with Charrer and Holbacher following him. Then it's Sitnianski, Sammartine and Diego Monticelli. Pravaznik ahead of ex-Superbike racer Giovanni Basai. Patrick Pals is next in 9th place. Daniele De Chico, Michael Vertemati and Alberto Mazzariti are top 12. Off the line they go. And it looks to me as though Holbacher's got the lead. He does. Holbacher with a brilliant start leads the way. Charrer in 2nd place, but not for long. There goes Mark Rainer Schmidt through into P2, wasting absolutely no time on the attack. Charrer demoted to P3. It's the Austrian rider Holbacher at the head of the order. Then it's Schmidt. Then it's Thomas Charrer. who was given absolutely no time in second place. Mark Rainer Schmidt wants to get to the head of the order, and once he's there, he wants to get away. You can see Holbacher there, taking a glance behind him. There's Milan Sitniansky on the 1-2-1, again with the top three riders here in his home country. Plenty of fans here to watch him and cheer him on. Holbacher is in the lead of the race though. Then it's Schmidt, then it's Charret. Holbacher has led all three races so far this weekend, but he's yet to win either of the two that have gone so far. Can he win this third race? 30 points on the line in the super final, and of course the Joker lane as well is something to bear in mind. But there goes Charret. I think there was a slight mistake from Rainer Schmidt there. He had to put the foot down, and he has dropped to P3. Charret takes second position. Mark Rainer Schmidt down to P3. Sitniansky not too far behind him either. Top five as it is now, with Elias Sammartin also staying with the leading pack. They're all about equidistant at this time. Charret will be putting the hammer down. As it stands, he would claim the red plate for the next round. Will win the Grand Prix of the Czech Republic on points. He's going to want to be the first one across the line. He's going to get past Lucas Holbacher. Mark Rainer Schmidt already right back with Charret. Looked like he just made the slightest of errors, and he follows Lucas Holbacher through the Joker lane on this, the 7th lap of the race. So you see there a slight extension around the outside of the penultimate corner. Cost them a few seconds. Everyone has to do the Joker lane at least once, or they'll face a 5-position drop in the final standings. So Charret is going to have to do that at some point, as will Sitniansky and Sammartin, currently second and third place. He presses on for the time being, the Frenchman. Meanwhile, Prevaznik and Monticelli having a good battle. Prevaznik on the 140 is, of course, a local rider, showing himself very nicely indeed. Charret needs to go through the Joker lane. The question is, when is he going to pull the pin and do that? Lap 12, does he do it this time? No, he does not. He goes past once again. If his pace is good enough, this could be a masterstroke. Especially if Holbacher and Schmidt, who are now second and third, are fighting each other. I think they might be. Lap 14. Charret goes past again. Final lap of the race then. And Mark Rainer Schmidt is all over the back of Holbacher. Is he going to barge his way through? Not yet. You can see Charret taking the Joker lane in the distance. Meanwhile, Holbacher makes a slight error, and that opens the door for Mark Rainer Schmidt through into second place in the final moments of the race. It's Charret with a comfortable victory. Then it's Mark Rainer Schmidt, and Lucas Holbacher rounds out the top three. Just had to pick the bike back up at the penultimate corner. Holbacher drops to third place. Sitniansky and Sammartin are your top five in the super final. What a great race that was. So your overall points in the Grand Prix of the Czech Republic: Charret ahead of Schmidt by 5 points. Holbacher taking third position in spite of that moment in the first race. Sitniansky in fourth ahead of Sammartin and Monticelli. So Holbacher up onto the podium, third place. Not sure he'll be happy with that. He did lead all three races, and unfortunately he took no victories. Mark Rainer Schmidt will hold on to the red plate, and that is of course his target. He would have wanted victory in the Czech Republic, but it went to this man, Thomas Charret, instead. Charret continuing his success, taking home the trophy from FIM Mito. Congratulations to him and TM Racing.
Yeah, I'm very happy because this weekend was very difficult for me. On the time attack, I wasn't the fastest guy, so But in the race, I was the good pace, so I was good. On the first moto today, it was difficult because I crashed so hard in the warm-up this morning. So I was a little bit tired there. So it was crazy race. And on the last race, I pushed so hard. I take the joker lane on the last lap, and was the good solution. So I'm very happy, and I want to thank all the team for the work, and see you to the next race.
So the championship points, it's Mark Rayner-Schmidt still at the top of the championship. Charles Rare and Holbacher second and third. Samartin and Sitniansky are top 5 in the championship points. Leave the Czech Republic then and head on towards Spain, the Galicia region, and Forcari. Next time out in S1GP, I've been Adam Weller, and I'll see you again very soon.